Well, good day to you, level 3. This week we're doing a different choice. So if you see this one, it's at the front, but hopefully you can read that. A different choice is a reading and comprehension lesson. All right, so I'm going to go through the reading now, and then we can do the comprehension and stuff later on. So I'm going to read it to you. So listen in. Emily and Zach are confused. Their parents told them they could choose between Massachusetts and Arizona. Now I'm going to explain on the way, so put your finger on Arizona and look up here. Arizona and Massachusetts are states in the USA, okay, United States. So they are like provinces like Kampong Cham and Banti Manchai, so they are two states. Okay, so they had to choose between Massachusetts and Arizona for their vacation this summer, and they think both states seem pretty awesome. Emily has always wanted to visit Boston. Now that is a city in Massachusetts, the capital of Massachusetts. Zach and she both agree that strolling along the Freedom Trail would be pretty neat. Walking the trail would enable them to see Boston's most famous historic landmarks, like the site of the school Ben Franklin attended and the old State House. It was built in 1713 and served as the seat of the colonial government. So Ben Franklin is a famous American man, and he's from that particular town of Boston. Second paragraph, Emily and Zach both love the beach. If they went to Massachusetts, they could spend a few days at the beach at Cape Cod. Emily loves boogie boarding and Zach is great at body surfing. So they like going into the waves and catching the water. Okay, let's come back to the reading. They both enjoy building sandcastles with their mum and dad. Zach finds learning about Native Americans fascinating and has always wanted to travel along the Apache Trail in Arizona. And that's another state. And the Apache people, if you remember, we've learned a little bit about them. They're from the southwest of America. Back to the reading. This mountain highway passes Native American ruins in Tonto National Forest. Emily is not as interested in traveling along this trail as Zach, but they both would love to visit Phoenix, and that's another capital, and then travel to Grand Canyon National Park and Meteor Crater. Zach learned in science class that Meteor Crater is a hole about 4,000 feet wide and 520 feet deep. Now, feet is another form of measurement. So you divide that by about 3. So that'd be about 1,300 meters wide by probably about a kilometer deep as well. Okay. So that was created when a huge object from space fell to Earth. The object went so deep that it had never been found. Zach would really love to try to locate it. Emily thinks he's crazy. If experienced scientists and researchers cannot find it, Zach might as well not even bother to try. If Arizona is the chosen state, Emily and Zach would also like to stop at a few other places. Arizona is home to 15 national monuments. That is more than any other state. The other drawback for Zach, if they choose Arizona, would be the heat. It's very hot and dry in the southwestern state. Arizona is a lot of what Massachusetts does not, desert land. Once in July in Arizona, it got up to 124 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's not Celsius. That's about 45, 46 degrees. Massachusetts, on the other hand, is located in the northeastern United States. Here, Zach and Emily and their parents can enjoy mild temperatures of about 75, so that's about 25 degrees. Their parents love hot weather, but Zach and Emily do not really like to sweat. Therefore, both know that they would prefer the climate of Massachusetts. How will they ever decide to which state they should travel? If only they could take 2 trips. Okay, so that's the end of our reading called A Difficult Choice. It's about a family choosing where to holiday in their country. So they're going to go either up to this part of the US, to Massachusetts, or down to Arizona, which is in the desert area. Okay, Massachusetts is cool, right? It has beaches, lots of greenery. And what I want to do, I'm going to try to post a map of America for Monday showing the different states, and you have to find some of the states that I mentioned on here. It'll help you remember what they're talking about. Also, they talked about two cities, Boston and Phoenix. Okay, let's see if we can find those on the map. And also it talked about the Apache people. And now we've mentioned those before. The Apache people were the desert people before European settlement. And they still have a lot of that land out in that Arizona area. Also, Zach learned about a meteor crater. Now, if you remember, there's a meteor crater in Cambodia. Does anyone know where it is? Okay, I'll tell you. It's in Ratnakiri. It's called the Blue Lake out there, where a meteor came down and landed and hit the ground and made a big hole in the ground. But this one is bigger than the one at Ratnakiri. Okay, it's called Meteor Crater. So that's worth sort of doing some research on as well. So if you Google or go to YouTube and go meteor craters worldwide, and you can click through and you can see a whole lot. There's a huge one in Australia as well. It's probably about nearly 4 kilometers wide and just about maybe 1 kilometer deep from the top to the bottom. So this is where big stones come from outer space and landed on the planet. And quite often they're traveling at excessive speed, 49,000 kilometers an hour. Okay, so it might be worth doing some research on there before you do any questions, so you fully understand the passage. I'm going to hang up, get you to read back through it again 2 times, do some research on the states, on what meteors are, who the Apache people are, if you've forgotten already, and then we can come back to the questions. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Bye-bye.